Well, time has come. Time to show off my sweet new mic stand and drop my hit single, Making It with C-Dub. I'm making it with C-Dub, yeah, 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 yeah. I made this myself, yeah, 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 oh yeah, I'm so awesome. Okay, so obviously I'm not in the usual filming set location again. The reason why I'm doing this outside is because this stand is pretty long. It's about, I would say, 5 foot high, and it's a little bit hard to film indoors with it, so that's why we're out here on the back porch. That said, I do have the stand done. So between the last filming session and this one, I've made a couple of modifications, obviously. We now have a rod right here. We have some Matter Hackers Pro orange nylon feet, and we also have a rod right there that allows me to not only attach the light but also extend it. So let's start at the base and work our way to the top. So the feet I just printed up in the nylon. They're not perfect. There's some zits on the outside, if you will. I did it with a 0.6 nozzle, so I really didn't have the time to fine-tune the settings. I might see if somebody can make me some feet in a softer material so they're less likely to slip. We'll see about that. The main thing is I just wanted to put something on the bottom to protect the floor, and I do actually kind of like the fact that they're orange, so it makes it more visible, so I'm less likely to trip over it. We'll see how I like it in the long run, but I'm going to keep using them for now. Now we move up to here, which I was mentioning in the last video I was going to explain, but I never did. So let me unscrew it and then I'll explain it. Okay, so what I did was really simple. In the middle, I just drilled a hole and brazed in a 1/4-20 piece of threaded rod that I'd cut off and put in there. And the way that works is in the base of the pole, inset a little bit, is a custom plug that also is threaded to 1/4-20. So pretty simple. I just thread this guy into this guy and I have the stand. The reason why I wanted to go about doing it that way is I felt it was going to give me the best shot of it being vertical while being strong, and also there's no external hardware on the outside to deal with. Now I'm just using a piece of the electrical conduit that's, I'm assuming, about 3 foot, 3.5, 4 feet tall as is. I might make a shorter one, but we'll see about that. Moving on up the line, we have ourselves another plug that is just brazed in there, and then on my mill I just drilled a side hole and installed this little thumb screw. I'm probably going to make up something a little bit better in the future, but the thumb screws were under $1 for a pack of 2, so I figured, you know what, something beats nothing. Then for the vertical rod itself, I just grabbed a piece of 3/8 steel rod over at the local Lowe's, which is a whole nother rant video in and of itself. And then I just brazed a washer crudely onto the top there, as the rod is not the same length as the pole. I really didn't want to lose the only rod that I could find at Lowe's inside my pole and then have to cut it open, get it out, and all that crap. So the way it works is pretty simple. The rod just slides in there like that, and then I can set the height accordingly. In my case, I'm probably just going to use it at the bottom a lot, and I can just tighten the thumb screw, install my nice little Smittyvic light, as my dad calls them, and it's ready to go. So total cost for the project, I would say, is under $10, including materials. And the reason why I say that is everything except the thumb screws and the 3/8 rod that I had to buy at Lowe's all were lying around the house. So I understand some of them were purchased at an earlier time. The conduit here was picked up over at Scrap SF a long time ago. I think my sister actually bought it for like $1 a piece, ended up not needing it and was just like, here, use it for something. The other steel components I had were literally things that I had just lying around that I'd collected over the years. So that's probably how I was able to pull this thing off for next to nothing. Now that said, if you wanted to make your own, you could do it relatively cheaply, especially if you hunted around for the materials and, you know, were creative with what you could find. I'm not saying that everybody could make it this cheap, but it is doable. Now, am I going to make more of these? I might actually do so, and I've also got some other projects in mind for other filming related things that I need to make up for myself to make my life easier when filming, utilizing stuff I have lying around, such as the conduit and other things. So definitely keep your eyes out, and if you feel like it, drop me a subscribe, as I'm hopefully going to have some more interesting projects utilizing them. Some of them might include 3D printed parts, some of them might include machined parts. It depends, but yeah, that's kind of where this is going. So as for me, I'm going to go drag this whole thing upstairs and set it up where it needs to be so I can go back to filming videos normally. And if you're wondering, yes, it does fit perfectly between my bed and my computer, which is exactly what I wanted.